Are you thinking of putting this in the project?
Nah.
You're not?
Nah, we single. Probably on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Might just drop it tonight.
Say I'm complex, she told me I'm complex. Now she on fire, but I feel unlucky.
What's up?
What's happening?
Alice London, Zuko
versus
the world.
For the second time, we're doing this again.
Wonderful. Alright, Zuko. So last night, what did we do?
Had a show. I think it was sick because it was the first time performing with the band, and it's not just myself on the stage, so it's very much a team fucking effort, and it's not just you against the world.
Maybe it's the band, maybe it's just like experience, but it seems like you have more confidence and like it creates for a better show.
Yeah, I think I have developed like way more confidence doing shows after like doing so many shows, and just knowing that those are songs that I've put my heart into. It doesn't feel stranger being on a stage and fucking saying the same words back to people. It's after I'm like, fuck, I have to get off the stage right now, and I've just given my energy to a lot of people, and it's a bit draining, but I'm learning how to. After show energy's gotten way better.
So as well as like being like going to the shows and shit like that, I've also like come to you with the studio time.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about like how you say like come up with the lyrics and things? Because I think also like you have this style of being like kind of mumbly and like a little incoherent.
I can't seem to find it. I can't hear myself.
But if you actually listen, it seems like you do think about them a bit more.
Lately, I have been trying to make my words very present and very known, so that it connects with people properly.
You know when you have those good nights out, you try to capture that feeling in a song. So I wrote down everything I felt that night. So it was like excitement, freedom, euphoria, like scenic feeling of being on a bridge, like viewing the city skyline in the summer.
Where do you think like the lyrical content, or at least like the sound, comes from in terms of like your life?
I think it comes from dark parts of my brain. And sometimes it comes from the light parts of my brain. Some of it is venting. I think it's important to portray what is going on.
It's that first time I fell in love. I wrote about that just to like be able to capture certain emotions. You know what I mean?
Truth always comes out in music. You know what I mean?
There's a realism to it as well.
Truth
like,
has to come out in
people
music.
who like have lived a certain life can like identify. You have like real experience you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not like an image.
I feel like every artist in general, well, not every artist, but I feel like the best artists speak truth, and that's why people connect to it. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
As long as you're speaking truth and speaking as is.
There's a lyric like fucking parents thought I would be a good kid, didn't turn out that way. Like how do you like once that conversation like happens with your parents? Like,
I don't know, it's real, innit? Like,
you just like, yeah, that's how
I don't know, it was real. It wasn't a lie.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't a lie, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? If that's how I actually felt in that moment, that's how I actually felt, and it got said how it was meant to be said. Like if you listen to Bad Decisions, that's a song where every lyric kind of almost it should strike your heart. That was the attempt. That was the attempt.
Yeah, I think that was like maybe my biggest complaint with like the earlier stuff is that the vocals were not in the forefront enough.
It was
maybe the production was really
maybe
solid.
I just didn't have the heart to say the things that I wanted to say.
Yeah.
So like now I have the heart, and I'm gonna say it in full force and not almost like shy away from things that I'm saying. A lot of images that I create. Fuck, I dropped the text. A lot of images that worlds that I've created in my brain. Like most times I go to the studio and I talk to the producer or like we're producing something, I'd be like, okay, think of a dark cave and think of there being strobe lights in this cave and there's a rave going on in the cave. I think that might have been one of the
yeah, I feel like when I was there you said that to Omar or his brother.
That's a reference that I use quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because I want it to feel like you're in a dark cave with strobe lights, but there's a rave going on. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how I want it to sound like and feel like, and,
Right,
and
yeah.
that image is just stuck in my head.
So Abbey Road, tell me about that experience. You know, obviously classic Beatles. I grew up around there. I went to school right up the road from it.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
didn't even know that.
The American School in London. Yeah,
Do you mind mentioning what school? Or
the American School in London.
There's an American school in London.
Yeah, that's why I have the accent.
Oh
I
man.
went, shout out. Yeah,
Wait, so you grew up in England? So
I've been living here the last
Can we
9
keep
years.
this on camera as well?
Yeah, I've been living
So
here the
you-
last 9 years. I'm a citizen.
You grew up in England, but you went to an American.
No, I
school.
grew up. I was born in Tokyo, Japan. Lived there for like 7 years. Lived in Hawaii for like 7 years, and then I moved when I was 13
Oh shit.
to
Damn.
fucking England,
You
to
lived-
London. I
you
lived
lived
in
nice.
St. John's Wood, right by Abbey Road. Abbey Road Studios.
I'd realised
Enough about me.
that. I realised that the significance of like Abbey Road Studio, to a lot of people that I've met, it was an interesting one. It was a very interesting one. I wonder like what the like as concerning like history now, like what artists have like almost like given names to Abbey Road as shit. Like I'm at Abbey Road. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the Beatles connection is like.
Yeah, when I went there, I was kind of like, well, because there was like a lot of artists in the past that I was like, fuck, like
Yeah.
this is mad. Like Abbey Road, like
Yeah, as
the
well.
Beatles recorded here,
Graduation.
Pink Floyd, Kanye, like
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? The list goes on and on. And like at one point we were gonna use Lady Gaga's microphone, which was a phone.
That's crazy.
She recorded Poker Face. I might be
Yeah,
wrong.
see, that's a hit. Like
I might be wrong.
That's a
But
hit.
she recorded one song using that specific 30k microphone, which is like the old type of microphones, because the microphones from the 60s or some shit, they sound better. So those are the more expensive ones.
Right. They have like a warmer sound.
Yeah, but we didn't end up using it because I enjoyed the other microphone.
Yeah, so on that topic of like equipment, and stuff, it seems like at least your initial stuff was recorded like pretty like DIY. Like it seems like you take that ethos to things. How has the process changed now that you have access to studios? Now that you have access to like nice microphones and headphones and shit.
I think the process.
You like that question? Yeah, that's a good question. I'm a good interview.
Well, good.
This is what I've been saying.
I think the process has changed in the sense of, okay, I can describe one experience. I can describe the Abbey Road experience. It was mad. It did feel like I'm in a studio and there's like 500 different buttons and I don't want to press any of them. And there's 2 different rooms and I'm talking to the engineer in the other room. Like there's a song on the album. I mentioned the album. Hey guys, I'm dropping the album. I said it. There's a song on the album called Sleep Paralysis Interlude, where I'm talking to the engineer in the other room, but we're not in the same room, and we're talking about horror story because he writes horror stories. We're talking about horror and sleep paralysis and how to deal with it and being okay with sleep paralysis, and that was interesting. It was interesting hearing someone in another room and talking back to them, and just having like the top quality of everything. Like even the paddings and the studios were made in such a specific way that the vocals would just sound banging. I think you can create a different essence in the bedroom than you can create in any other studio, because the bedroom is somewhat of a personalised space. So have you had Bleach Jeans?
Yeah.
Bleach Jeans was made in a bedroom. Shout out to the bedroom for real. The bedroom and Bleach Studio, shout out to both of them.
Yeah, my sister recorded at Abbey Road Studios as well. I think I should say that.
Oh, that's
Lucy
fine.
Park Music.
That's fire.
You speak on like what like the brand Hollister means to you.
Hollister is something that throughout my childhood I literally saw it. You know, one of them things that you just see throughout your childhood.
Yeah.
And you just have loads of Hollister as a kid. And then I grew older and I saw some Hollister with like the fur hood. And like, this is very, very hard. And then I just started rocking it. It just became a thing. I just love Hollister. I think there's definitely a nostalgia element. And it's also the idea of being able to redefine and recreate a piece of clothing.
Yeah.
And what people know the clothing for.
Yeah.
Because I wear Hollister and people be like, why? No one asked me like, you wearing Hollister? Like, what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because of the way it's worn. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Because of the way it's worn, people are like, oh, this is hard. But if I was wearing a Hollister, which was just like and I didn't rock it well, people were like, yo, your fit's like, what you doing? Like, do you know what I mean? All about the way it's worn.
And I think it's interesting as well. Like the Hollister is like such a specific time period. I've noticed the shit that was cool 10 years ago starts to like resurface and like bubble up, and whatever was like valuable from that era is like gets moved forward another like generation.
Yeah.
Like I think the same thing with like SoundCloud, like you and like people like Fake Mink and like the SoundCloud generation is like back in full swing.
Yeah.
And fucking it seems like that ethos is back, which is fun because that
really
time
fun.
lent itself to a lot of experimentation.
Yeah, London's really experiencing a time where the music is all just sonically very interesting and in its own right very individual. Especially how it's spreading out of London, which is amazing. Like in like Manchester, you have people like Jay Lovely and like One Rupert. And then you have people in Liverpool like SD Kid. Do you hear SD?
Yeah, recently. Yeah, I think he was one of the he was.
You have like it's just all spreading out, and music is just becoming one. And yeah, and even elements of like old like popular UK music is being almost bended in very interesting ways. You have artists like Fimi Guerrero and like who else? CL and like they have like this is my perceptions like sounds of like Afro swing and like an African element's been put into tracks in very interesting ways.
Yeah, definitely. I think the accent has come to the forefront a lot more. Like it's less. I've noticed it's less of like Americanized sounds.
Yeah, the accents are coming back.
You know,
people talking about how
bringing
we
their own flavor. Yeah,
which is really amazing.
I think we do like need to get to the album at some point. I think that's what people want to hear about.
We can get into the album. I don't think people want to hear the album, bro.
It is good for your album as well.
But I don't think people want to hear about it.
Why wouldn't they?
Because it removes the idea of like like all my favorite albums personally, the artist never spoke about it. It was just as is and self-explanatory. And your imagination, whatever the fans' imagination of what it was, can exist in their brain. You know, like these recordings might get released even in the future.
Yeah.
You know, like Bob Marley, fucking like his recordings got released later.
Yeah, that's how I like to think about it. I like the camera because it's like I'm filming myself doing shit. It's all going in the like the
Do you know what I mean?
Kanye West documentary. You know, you ever seen
I've seen that.
What, Yeezus or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that.
And it's just like I don't know. I think that's an inspiring way to think about it. It's like these tapes will exist
Yeah, these
forever
tapes
on my
will exist
laptop.
forever. People will come back to it and be like, yo.
You know, I'll look at my Google Drive in like 10 years and I'll be like, damn, I was fucking doing cool things that built me to where I am now.
I do want to avoid talking about drugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid that as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you feel about that, about like promoting like I've done fucking Zeddy bars.
Yeah, everyone has, but
Oxy and Cody.
I don't want to promote. I don't want to promote.
Yeah.
That's
and it's something that I struggle with as well. So I'm not. I don't mean like
I feel you.
not to be fucking.
I feel you, bro.
Like, doing drugs is not the way.
It's not
the way.
It's not fun.
Can we talk about it from that angle, maybe? Like I think people are curious because like.
I do, but I also don't because I
talk about it from the angle of being. Like,
I don't feel like I'm a savior because it's just hypocritical for me to be a strong advocate for don't doing drugs and then hop on a sack and start. Do you know what I mean?
That's very fair. I know you don't like the term underground scene or whatever, but like you kind of exist in the space of people who are like generally in the creative world who listen to music that's like not to use the word underground, but like either experimental or just like brand new, like cutting edge of sound. I don't think I'm against.
I don't think I'm against it. I think
you don't want to be grouped as like a rapper. Or like,
I think I can't choose what can be grouped. Like if someone thinks I'm a rapper, I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
If someone thinks I'm a singer, I'm a singer. If someone thinks I'm underground, I'm underground.
Yeah.
If someone thinks I'm fucking mainstream, I'm mainstream. That's up to them. Do you know what I mean?
I think you can't avoid like the way like most people find your music. I imagine the way I find your music is clicking like more like you go on Spotify, more artists like this artist.
Yeah.
And then you just click like that one. Oh, I like this shit. I click another one. And then you eventually end up somewhere.
You can't really control. You can only control the narrative so far. Do you know what I mean?
For sure. But like, how has your experience been like working with other artists? Like, I saw you do a show with J-So and Fake Mink and shit. Was there other people that like, as a fan of this type of music, like I've been tapped into for a minute?
Definitely top tier.
Who's real quick?
Oh fuck, I can't say his name. Fucking, I'll say fake mink.
I'll like leave it out. Yeah. I mean, I don't know him personally. I don't know his view on
Yeah,
that.
fake mink 30. Fake mink 30.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite artists right now.
Yeah, me too as well. Shout out Ty, he's been putting me on the good shit.
Yeah. J-Star is fucking crazy.
J-So is really crazy.
JC is fucking crazy.
Would you ever consider doing something with him?
Yeah.
Me selfishly, I'm like, I want that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I
for
want
sure.
that to
For
listen
sure.
to.
We performed together in Manchester.
Yeah.
And I see him a lot. Like we performed together a couple times actually, doing like improv sets and stuff like that. Yeah. Other artists what artists that I performed with.
Just in general, like, what how do you feel about like doing collabs? How do you feel about like?
I would love to do collabs, but with music that my heart speaks to.
Yeah.
If you notice, everyone that I've done a collab with is because my heart speaks.
It's worked. Yeah. It's never been like forced.
It's never it's always art first when it comes to collabs.
Like you don't want to go down the route of like selling futures and you'd be like riff raff. I saw a riff raff. You can get a riff raff feature for like $2,000. Like I could get a riff raff feature.
No way,
bro. Look at riff raff's like his like whole like discography, and it's all features with horrible rappers.
No way.
Like people with their first song. Like he's got songs with like Young Lean and fucking and Chief Keef and shit.
He's just making
that shit's hard,
man. He's
that
making
shit.
Yeah. Nah, the Chief Keef like
Young Lean one is quite. The Young Lean one's quite fire. Riff Raff can spit, bro.
I fuck with. I want to see Riff Raff. I really like Riff Raff. I think he's
Riff
like.
Raff can actually spit.
Because he's like sort of maybe on the opposite end of like the spectrum. Maybe you and me. It's like you want to create like. I think I want to create art that like speaks to people and is like fucking is like authentic of me, and Riff Raff is like fuck that. I want to make as much money as quickly as possible.
I fuck with
as
Riff
little
Raff.
effort, and I think that's so hard.
I fuck with Riff Raff because he's himself in that.
Yeah.
I fuck with Riff Raff.
Peach Panther.
Bro's got the fucking blue ass hair. He is himself. Do you know what I mean? That's what I fuck with Riff Raff.
He's kind of an underground legend as well. Like the amount of collabs he's done, the amount of people he's like put on and shit.
I love the song he did with Action Bronson.
Yeah.
He did some freestyle. He did some freestyle that was mad.
Yeah.
Shout Riff Raff.
Yeah.
Shout Riff Raff for real.
So I don't know what I was talking about. I love talking about Riff Raff.
We're talking about features, bro.
Oh, features, yeah. So I think it's good. It's good that you're like focusing on like making things that are.
Who's your dream feature?
Whatever. Yeah. Who's your dream feature? That's a great question. Thank you.
I can't answer it. It's actually a secret.
Yeah. So, it seems like you've like cultivated this aesthetic of, you have like a shitty iPhone. You're taking like everything's so HD now.
Bro, I'm broke. That's why I got shit iPhone, bro.
Yeah, but I think it contributes to like this image.
It does. Aesthetic is yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Aesthetic is you. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, but that's why like I use this camera instead of like.
Shit, iPhone rolls
shit,
into me being myself. I'm broke for like the next like 4 months.
Yeah, that record deal's gonna hit.
After that, I'm signing to the Illuminati and that's up. Even if I did have bag right now, I'd still fucking use the same phone.
That's what I mean. Like it feels like it's also like a creative choice to some degree.
Because I have been offered them like iPhones that are better than this, but I have decided to stick with this one.
I think it works.
I think, bro, people come up to me and be like, "Yo, I like the way like your jeans are so fucked up," or like you're rugged, or like your hair is like fucking like. What's it like? Do you know what I mean? Like wow, like Jimi Hendrix basket, but it's just like it just happened to be. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
It was just all that way. Do you know what I mean?
And that's the way to be as well.
Like my jeans are fucked up from years of skating them and literally just I don't know. Like I just wear these jeans every day. That's why they are so fucked up. Aesthetic is self. Self is aesthetic. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing, comes hand in hand. Building a world is very much when it's you, and you're true to you. You feel me?
You have $1 million. What's the first like? Milli. However, you have $1 million. What do you get? What are you buying? I'm trying to think of mine as well.
Oh wait, how much?
$1 million. Million pounds.
Milli.
Fuck, I'll probably stare at it for like a long time and not know what to buy. I'm like, I would be confused. I wouldn't want to break into it because once I break into it, it's not $1 million anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you're on FIFA and like you have a budget.
So you're just gonna leave it there?
I'm not gonna leave it there, but I spend time like fuck.
Oh, you gotta take like a couple Instagram photos. Of
What are you buying? What's the first thing
his
you're
profile.
buying?
The first thing I'm buying with a milli, I'm buying a yard, but like.
Let's say the housing is taken care of.
Okay, let's say housing.
The milli comes with a mansion.
I'll probably do some really smart shit, or at least convince myself that I'm doing some really smart shit.
What would you buy?
Yeah, investments.
I don't know.
What are you investing in? You're investing in Apple.
I'll invest
S&P
in
500.
some stocks, and then I'll like invest in a fuck. I don't know.
Terrible.
Stocks and a yard, but I can't use a yard anymore. I can't use a yard, so we're just getting really aggressive on camera. Stocks, innit?
That's the worst answer I've ever heard.
Yard. I invest in
That's
a yard.
terrible.
I invest in a yard, or I invest in bare shops.
You're gonna buy real estate properties. That's actually honestly that is the smart thing to do is buy like real estate.
But let's say that's taken
just
care
like
of. Can we do less than a milli? Because like a milli is
less than a million. You get 10 bad. You get 10 grand.
Okay, that's a lot. 10 grand. I would just go buy. I'll go to buy some clothes. I'll go buy some clothes. I'll go to like the, like some. Actually no, 10 grand. Let's lift it up. If I get like, let's say like 80 grand, like 100 grand, and I could just spend it, I would just go to some high society club, and I'll just fuck around for fun and just buy all of their expensive drinks and chat to Bear Jones. My girlfriend shouldn't be mad at me. I'll chat to Bear Jones and I'll buy.
She would be paid off nicely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll chat to Bear Jones. I'll chat to Bear Jones, innit? Nah, actually, I'll do that anyways. Without fucking.
That's a good answer.
What would I actually do? Can we cut this out? I actually want to find something I would actually do.
I'll say mine. I'll buy a tiger and I'll cover it in diamonds.
Riffraff.
That's it.
That's some
That's
riffraff.
all I really need.
That's some riffraff
And
shit.
therapy for Johnny Dang.
That's some riffraff shit. I'm trying to think of a valid answer.
You have
They're all smart.
3 minutes, bro. You have 3 minutes. I can change the tape if you.
They're all smart fucking answers. Do you know what I mean? They're all smart answers. They are all smart.
I think
answers.
that gives you that gives people insight into you as well. You actually.
Nah, but I actually.
That's
like,
the way to do
this
it.
is just off the top of my head. That I would just buy some fucking stocks and like buy some shit and sell some shit. All legal. But yeah. Buy some shit, sell some shit.
Cryptocurrency and shit.
Crypto and shit. Nah,
Yeah.
fuck crypto, that's gambling.
Yeah.
Fucking buy a yard, buy yards, rent out the yards. Buy some clothes, buy some RAF. Yes. Buy some RAF.
Yeah. I'm kind of turning around. I think this is a good answer. That's actually smart.
Yeah.
And it's good that like as like a young artist, like the people like record companies dangle a deal in front of you, and then like fucking.
I have been dangled those.
All of a
in front
sudden,
me.
like you've lost ownership of your music and like.
I've been dangled those in front of me. I was offered 75k in bits and pieces.
Damn.
But
Was that paid back? Like, is that like an advance?
Yeah, an advance. But this would all get paid back eventually. And it will be in bits and pieces, so you get this, then. But I said no to that because one, I was being a cocky bastard, and two, I just felt like they would take control of my whole shit. And they were based in, I'm not going to say where they were based in, they were based in America.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of like, well, you're not here, you can just fuck me over.
Yeah.
And I just believed in my art so much that I can just like, do you know what I mean?
I think it'll go far. I think if people have I have an optimistic feeling about your career.
you.
I think it'll.
Thank you.
You know.
Calling ball, we're so child.
What do you think?